There you go. Get there. Good job, Nia. Pressure.
So we made it to RCA, and now I'm just waiting for him so we can go walk to the UGA practice. Then after practice, I'm going to ask him a couple of questions about my story, about UGA football, sports analyst, how he got to the career. So hopefully, this should be fun. Are you underneath the umbrella outside? Okay.
What did he say about it?
He said, come out front. I see umbrellas. I see black umbrellas.
Yeah, well, see now, it's like...
And now we're by it says the Bulldog Cafe, and there's red umbrellas, and there's like a little university bookstore. Oh, I see you. Oh, here.
My apologies, I haven't been here in a while.
You're good. How are you?
Black ones. High school or their childhood. You know, hey, I'm going to Tennessee, I'm going to Alabama, I'm going to Florida. I'm going to get an education. If I'm really good, I might get to go play in the NFL. You know, went to the NFL Combine. We got to see guys I started covering when they were 9th and 10th graders. You know, now they're being interviewed by, you know, the Ravens, you know, by Dallas, by the Falcons. And this guy in 2 months is going to be a multi-millionaire. That's cool. It's great to see it, and you kind of become friends with them. You try to be objective, but watching these guys develop, and then as those guys go to the NFL, we're talking to 9th graders, 10th graders, 11th graders who are just now making that transition. They're going to go to college, so it never gets old.
Now, how do you choose the best stories from the worst stories to cover?
The best stories are the ones that most people are interested about. It may not be a story that you like. You know, it could be an arrest. It could be a guy does something wrong, gets kicked off the team. It could be a guy who has 3 interceptions in a game. It's what do the most people want to know about, and that to me, and I guess best is relative. Is it best to you? Is it your favorite? Is it your least favorite? Is it the most well written? Is it the most well produced? To me, though, the way I run my business is what are the most people interested in. Luckily, we don't work on a click system. A lot of newspapers and websites they have to get clicks for their advertisers. They want to show that a lot of people are clicking on their site, and consequently, I need to advertise on that site, and that's how they make their money. We're a subscription-based service, so people pay us a flat fee. So we're not held hostage to what is the most salacious story, what's the biggest gossip. But we try to service our readers by giving them, you know, what are the most interested in? What recruit is everyone talking about? You know, like right now with Kirby Smart, everyone wants to know what's going on with the team. We're in spring practice. They want to know how's the quarterback battle going. Now, we can't talk about it every day. You know, it gets boring. But like when we go to practice today, we'll watch and see who had a good day, who had a bad day. Because people right now, they want to know what's going on with the depth chart. Once spring practice is over, they're going to want to know more about recruiting. In the summer, they're going to want to know more about camps. In the fall, they want to know about fall camp and the depth chart and the recruit and the battles going on there. During the season, they want to know about the team that they're going to face. You know, how Georgia's playing Ole Miss. Who do you need to be concerned about at Ole Miss? So that's kind of how we figure it is. What if I woke up this morning? Where is Georgia right now? or say we're covering LSU or Alabama, where's the team and what's the biggest question? And then what's the second biggest question? What's the third biggest question? And we do that. We try to put out 6 to 10 items a day.
Now, from writing a story or scheduling with players that you need to talk to, how much time do you have to gather everything and send it out?
Depends on what it is. I mean, if it's a recruiting story, like we just did one on a kid at Hateville Charter at William Poole.
Yep.
William, there's nothing pending right now. I mean, he was going to make a decision, but he's moved the decision back. So we had plenty of time to get a hold of him, do an interview with him, find out where he is and put it up. It's our lead story today. A lot of people want to know, is he going to Florida, is he going to Georgia? We asked him those questions. He gave us good answers. That's our lead story today. When we go to practice later this afternoon, we won't have very much time at all. We're only going to get about 10 to 12 minutes of practice time, and we're going to have to turn around the photos that we get as quickly as possible. Our observations, what did we see, as quickly as possible. I mean, we may have, there's no hard time limit because we're not going to print anything, straight from the internet, but all our competition is doing the same thing. We want to beat them. We want to be more accurate. We want people to continue to pay our subscription fees. We don't want them to say, "Well, geez, I pay UGA Sports for this information." They put it out, 24 hours later after everyone else had it. So we try to be as quick as possible. And sometimes, like after a game, you gotta have your interviews, stats, stories, art. Your story art and everything. Within 30 minutes after the game's over. Half the time we actually have a game story, game summary. When the clock hits 0, we put it up. We're pre-writing. And if the game's not in question, you got to know what the answer is. Say Georgia is down by 13 and they turn the ball over with 3 minutes left, the other team runs the clock out, game's over, you knew how it was going to end, your story should be done by now. So then we'll go and get interviews and turn those around. We'll work after a game. I've had people say, "Hey, can we go out to dinner after a game? We going to swing by and have lunch or something?" No, because we work 6-7 hours after the game. Because we have so many stories to put out. There's so many things happening every day. And if you put them out Tuesday or Wednesday the following week, they're old news. So it's the timing of something. You got to do it quickly.
Now, what elements go into writing your paper besides the score, the person that had the most points, all the interceptions, all the misconceptions, all people that get hurt? Like, what goes into it?
Reference. What does it mean? You can put down that Dominic Sanders had 2 interceptions.
Okay. UGA Sports today.
UGA Sports. Okay.
He's starting to get this.
Real old. A lot of talent.
It always cracks me up when the Steelers kid say, "Oh, well, their depth chart there is, too intimidating."
Working with Roddy's great. He's a guy who's really professional, and he really pushes you to do more than you actually think that you can. He's really confident in people, and I think that he does a good job of giving feedback. I think that that's one of the best parts about Roddy. Anytime you need a critique or you need an edit on something, he's always there to do it. So he's really helpful in that regard, and it's been a real pleasure so far. We'll get the other one right after this, okay?
Woo, this is about to be fun.
Heard down here on the field, we're go up the stairs here. Just this one?
No.
Just this one side.
Okay, so we can't go down this way. We're going through this. That's right.
Take a selfie.
Yeah, I've never taken a selfie. People ask me that all the time. It's weird. Like, can you take a
You're famous. That's why.
We just want to say, hey, I want you to meet somebody. This is Ariel Kilgore.
How are you?
Hi.
She works.
The number one way to probably go about applying, because if you can slide your resume into someone through a person that's already there, that's easier than applying online and even with internships. So I think that's the best way for sure to go about it.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I said. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
You know, for sure.
And of course, you have to be able to do the job, but there's people that can do the.
So after all the research of writing and watching TV and doing sports and everything that he put me through, especially all the emails, the big question was, would I do it again? I think I would.